Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down one of the biggest housing initiatives on the planet, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Urban, or PMAYU for short. Okay, let's just kick things off with a number that's, well, it's pretty staggering. As of mid-2024, over 8.3 million urban families, that's 83.7 lakh, now have a permanent all-weather home thanks to this massive scheme. I mean, think about that. That's millions of households gaining stability and a real foundation for their future.
So, what's the big idea here? What's the promise behind this mission? Let's get into it.
All right, so if we go back to June 25th, 2015, that's when this all kicked off. And the goal? Well, it sounds simple, but it's absolutely monumental. Making sure every single eligible family living in an urban part of India has a safe, secure, and permanent place to call home.
You know, this is about so much more than just bricks and mortar, right? We're talking about completely transforming lives, turning that dream of owning a home into a reality for millions of people. It's about security, it's about dignity, it's about building a better future.
Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The government set up 4 different ways, 4 different paths to help people get a home. First up, you've got what's called beneficiary-led construction, or BLC. This is perfect for families who already have the land, but just don't have the money to build. The government steps in with a direct financial grant to help them get that house built.
Next, we've got Affordable Housing in Partnership, or AHP. This is where the government teams up with developers. They make a certain number of homes in a big project affordable, and then eligible folks get a subsidy to help them buy one. The third one is super popular. It's the interest subsidy scheme. So if you go out and get a home loan from a bank, the government actually steps in and pays part of your interest. This can make a huge difference, bringing your monthly payments way down.
And finally, what about people who aren't ready to buy? The scheme has an answer for that too, with affordable rental housing. This is so important for migrant workers, students, and anyone else who needs a decent, low-cost place to live in the city.
So the big question is, who can actually get this help? Well, it all boils down to your annual household's income. You can see here they've broken it down into 3 main groups: the economically weaker section, the low-income group, and the middle-income group. Each one has its own income limit, and 1 lakh here means 100,000 rupees. All right, we've talked about the massive scale of this thing, but how is it really doing on the ground? Let's look at the honest scorecard, the good, the bad, all of it. I mean, on one hand, the successes are huge. You can't deny them. The scale is just off the charts. Nearly 12 million or 1.2 crore homes have been sanctioned, and it's not just about the buildings. It's pushed for women's empowerment, brought in tech for transparency, and given a serious boost to the whole economy. And this right here, this quote really gets to the heart of a major social change baked into the scheme. By making it mandatory for a woman to own or co-own the house, it's giving them a real, tangible asset. That means more financial security and a stronger voice in the family. It's a real game changer. But, you know, the big numbers, they don't always tell the whole story, do they? There have been some serious hurdles on the ground that paint a much more complicated picture.
And get this, parliamentary records show a really shocking problem. In some of these housing projects, almost half of the brand new houses are just empty. 46%. That's a huge number.
So you're probably asking, why on earth would a new house be empty? Well, the main reason is that the basic stuff is missing. Families just aren't willing to move into a home that doesn't have roads to get there, or clean water, or even electricity. And you can't blame them. It's not just a waste of money. It means the promise of a home isn't actually being fulfilled. And on top of that, things like redeveloping slums and dealing with messy land records have been really slow going for a lot of applicants. Okay, so with all these successes and these pretty big challenges, what's next? Well, the government is already moving forward with the next phase, which brings us to PMAY 2.0. So, the government has officially launched PMAU 2.0, and the ambition is even bigger this time around. We're talking another 1 crore homes, a massive new investment of 10 lakh crore rupees, and a bunch of new, streamlined rules, like a simpler interest subsidy scheme to hopefully make things work better.
Now, for anyone out there thinking about applying, the whole process is pretty much online now through the official PMA portal. It's a clear step-by-step thing, but here's a tip. Make sure you check your eligibility first and get all your documents scanned and ready to go before you even start. It'll save you a lot of headache.
So, what's the bottom line here?
It's this. PMAY is a genuinely life-changing opportunity for millions of people. It's huge. But getting there isn't always a straight line. You've got to be aware of the real-world challenges and be persistent to see it through.
PMAY has already changed millions of lives, but its journey is definitely not over. The big question is, can this next phase, Phase 2.0, finally get over those hurdles of infrastructure and bureaucracy to truly deliver on that promise of housing for all? If you like the information, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get latest updates on more schemes from us.